Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. The ground is pretty slippery under these leaves. I've got two videos that I want to put out today because so much is happening at the moment in the Wells case. Like, not in terms of, formal information that's coming out. We haven't heard anything new from the TBI or from the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. What I'm talking about is interviews that people are having with key players in this case. I've got quite a bit to discuss and I don't know where to start, but I will start here. But there will be another video that will follow straight on after this, more or less. So if you've got your notifications on, if you're a subscriber with your notifications on, you might not get notified for the second video because that sometimes happens. So I'm just letting you know. If you've been in the case for any length of time, you've heard Donald Wells in a drunken rant to Molly Golightly, this is a few weeks ago now, where he said, "I've got 7 alibis, Candice has none, she's going down, and my friend Starlink." Yeah, we all heard that one. I don't have to replay it. I've got it saved, don't you worry. Last night, Chris McDonough did a recap video of the Wells case and tried to get Don to come on live with him. And Don apparently was texting him and said he wanted the link. But then he chickened out. You little chicken. You little chicken. He chickened out. Don's not normally the shrinking violet, the wallflower, is he? Usually he'll jump on any panel that'll have him. So why he didn't want to talk to Chris McDonough, I don't know. Maybe he thinks that Chris is, I don't know, you tell me. Does he think that Chris has done him over? Does he think that Chris is too close to the truth? Is he peed off with Chris because of, Chris supporting his stepsisters? I don't know, but Chris wanted to talk to him about the 7 alibis. And why not? It's an important thing to know. Who are these 7 alibis? If you're completely innocent, well, why do you need 7 alibis? The thing is, guys, I've tried so hard to be fair, be unbiased. I initially came into this case with the presumption of innocence. I always come at every case with a presumption of innocence. You're innocent till proven guilty in a court of law. It's not guilty till proven innocent in the court of YouTube. That's not how the justice system works. However, I'm a commentary channel, I'm a discussion channel. I run a true crime discussion group on Facebook, that's now heading towards 5,000 members. So I discuss things a lot with people. I watch a lot of content. I try to stay as open-minded as I can. I watch content from, I guess you'd say, all sides of the Wells fence. I've explored every possible theory. I've done my own debunking in my own time. I don't make videos about it. But some of the wilder theories that have come out, I've even explored those in my own time. But I've realised those are nonsense, so I've just let them be. I think there are 4 kind of groups of hypotheses, like 4 main theories. And I did in my Truth in the Hills series that I did recently. And I'll leave a link to the playlist in the cards. And I think it's got 9 videos in the playlist, but I think 4 of them, if I remember rightly, are honing in on specific theories. Talked about why a stranger abduction is, it's nigh on impossible in that location. I talked about the accident theory, which covers a whole range of different possible hows. Right, in the Truth in the Hills, I wasn't getting into the how, I was talking about the why. you have to establish the why before you can even contemplate how a crime was committed. So there's lots of different hows in the accident theory. But the question becomes, if Summer had a terrible accident, well, why did they cover it up? And where's the body? Right, so that's my problem. The accident theory has got merit, guys. People seem to think that I don't support the accident theory at all. I talk against it when I'm discussing it with people. But it has merit, and nothing would surprise me. I just get stuck when I contemplate, yeah, I can understand why they might have wanted to cover something up, but how did they do it? I get stuck at that point, right? And then we've got, she wandered off. She wandered off, which has become one of my favourite theories. I've made a lot of videos about it, and I'm going to come back to it in another second. I don't think that she wandered far, but if she did wander at all, then it does introduce the possibility that she was abducted. Still, I think a strange abduction is unlikely, but someone known to the family. You know, Don has said to Brian Entin that Candus has got wrong friends. I've explored in recent videos the possibility that actually, no, it's Don's wrong friends that are the problem. Don's the one that has the city connections. He said in a call to Ziggy, I mean, whether he was lying or not, we do know he went to Knoxville shortly after Summer disappeared on a 2-day bender. I think he's rewriting history to get us to believe that the feds approved of this. And, you know, all they did was call him into the TBI office in Johnson City and give him a rap on the knuckles and said, don't do it again. When allegedly he bought $2,000 worth of dope and gave it away. Chris McDonough said, what is he, Robin Hood? Is he like Don in the Hood? As I was listening to Chris, I was making a little collage. It's a bit crap, I'll put it on screen. It made me giggle though. I should use this as a thumbnail, but I won't, because people will think I'm taking the pee, and I absolutely am not. You just have to laugh at the stupidity of Don sometimes. You know, and he knows these calls are being recorded. He knows. So what's he doing? What's he doing? Just another prank? I don't know. Is it just another prank? Possibly. And there's a new one that's come out. Another call that Ziggy had with Don a while ago. And Don had wanted her to go live with this information or with the call, and she said, no, I'm not live. But she was recording it, and she's just released it a couple of days ago. And a lot of people have picked up on this, where he said this, and I'll play the clip here.
Ziggy, imagine someone taking your daughter hostage. Yeah. Your beautiful daughter that you just got back, and they're playing games with your fucking head. Would you not want to kill them?
Yes, I would.
Don said, how would you feel if someone took your daughter hostage when you just got her back? What does that mean? I mean, is he trying to imply that Summer's being held hostage, or she has been held hostage? Come on now. I mean, anything's possible, but why say it? Now, Cher, Voices Behind the Wall, has tried to get to the bottom of this, and she's put some text messages on her community tab, and he said, it's edited, it's spliced together. No, it isn't, Don. No, it isn't. I do a lot of video editing, and I know that call at that point was not spliced together. You said it. And, you know, his supporters are going always till Sunday, they are, trying to, I don't know, is it damage control? Is it just putting in some reasonable doubt into the case, thinking, you know, when Don and Candus and maybe even Grandma, I'll come on to her in my next video. If they're arrested and this thing ends up at trial, are they testing out all the different possibilities of what people will believe in relation to reasonable doubt, bringing in reasonable doubt in the case? Are they that clever? Is the Wells new management team, whoever they are, that clever. They've told him to stay off social media. Well, he hasn't done. I mean, I know these calls to Ziggy were made in November, but, you know, the other night when Andrea called him, he was more than happy to talk. He was more than happy to name names. He named Dudley again, and Dudley's come out. Dudley's an ex-co-worker. If you don't know who Dudley is, see my video from yesterday, and I'll leave that in the cards. I leave lots of links and things in the cards to videos that you might find interesting. I do that every video, so you can check them out. But Dudley spoke. Dudley had an interview with Sweetie Pilo, and he spoke his truth. And Don's son, you've been lying, haven't you? You've been trying to name names. You've been trying to put scapegoats into the picture. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Why are you naming names? Why, if you're completely innocent, why do you have to do this? Do you just like the attention? Do you like the pranking element of it? Do you think it's funny? Well, you could be laughing on the other side of your face if this ever does go to trial, because these silly internet games, don't you think the prosecution will use them to discredit your character? Don't you think that that's what they'll do? What do you think a jury would think of it all? Think about that. You know, bringing in whatever reasonable doubt and trying to damage control things hasn't been working out for you, has it? You know, you've tried always to Sunday to discredit Jodisue. And that doesn't look good to you anyway. It doesn't look good. Jodisue's got a lot of information. I listened to Jodisue's Facebook videos. She was on Tiffany Marie's channel last night. She's got a lot to say. I can understand why you want to discredit Jodisue, because she knows the real Don Wells, as does Dudley. But the final thing I'll say before I turn this off and start my other video, just kind of rambling in this one, just getting some thoughts out really. I watched Crackin Cases live. Like I said, I watch a wide variety of creators. And Crackin Cases, Cam and Ali have come under a lot of fire for being seen as Wells supporters. Maybe they are, I don't know. But I watch all sides of the fence. And I'm interested in what they've said about the footprints. You know, the footprints that were found on 2 different neighbouring properties that search dogs alerted at. I've talked at length now about these footprints, so I'm not going to reopen that, but there's videos recently done on my channel that talk all about these footprints. Can't go through that way, it's too prickly. Still too prickly. We need some frost to get rid of a lot of this undergrowth. As I was watching, Cam put a comment on screen, actually put 2 on, from True Crime Commentary, you know, from Penny. And she said that a scent dog alerted, now this is according to Jodisue, alerted on Fred Hill's property. Now, I mentioned Fred Hill the other day. His address is out there. He lives on Ben Hill Road. His address is out there because he shot someone in the throat in 2016. Yes, he is a descendant of Ben Hill, you know, who gave his name to Ben Hill Road. But, yeah, Don named Fred Hill in the same call that he named Dudley. He said, oh, I don't know whether he's involved, but he's a meth head, blah, blah, blah. Well, how much truth is there in this? That a search dog alerted on Fred Hill's property, but only after Don had been there. What's all that about? And apparently, a search dog alerted, like, a really strong alert at the creek in another location. How many other alerts has there been? How many alerts have these dogs given that have not been told? You know, because law enforcement haven't talked about them. Although in their search that they did for a couple of days in December, that was the exact location that they focused on, like round and round and round and round, in aerial searches, drones and a plane and helicopters, round and round and round that area, trying to find any evidence whatsoever. So, LE have not said anything, But how many other neighbours are going to come out with information that could be very relevant? But is that true, that a search dog only alerted on the Hill property after Don had been there? What does that mean? What does that mean? That's blown my mind. So I'm going to have to look at that in a little bit more detail and see if I can find where that was actually said. Because that's both bizarre and very alarming, in my opinion. But I'm going to take a seat over there on my contemplation log and talk to you about the other thing I want to do today. And that's about Grandma. So I shall see you very, very shortly.